And now I would like to reintroduce to the stage Jonas Perejo-Plesner, the Executive Director of the Alliance of Democracies. Jonas.
Thank you, Jean. Well done. So good afternoon, democracy friends. At the Alliance of Democracies Foundation, we believe that defending democracy is not just the work of institutions, it's the work of individuals who are willing to stand firm and take risk in the face of repression. So that's why this year we're really proud to partner with the Axel Springer Freedom Foundation to present the Award for Courage, honoring those who fight for freedom, dignity, and truth, often at tremendous personal cost. So joining me now on stage is Antje Schipman, who is the Managing Director of the Axel Springer Freedom Foundation. And this year, our two organizations have joined forces to recognize extraordinary individuals who show us what it means to stand up for democratic values, even when it comes at great personal risk.
Thank you, Jonas. It's really a great honor to be here with all of you today and share the stage with you. Our work is rooted in the legacy of our publishing house's founder, Axel Springer. Throughout his life, he supported dissidents and firmly believed that the Berlin Wall, which stood just next to our company's headquarters, would fall and that freedom would ultimately prevail. He was right about the Berlin Wall, but unfortunately, he was wrong about the global victory of freedom. And with the rise of autocracy and the large-scale invasion of Ukraine, we decided to start the Freedom Foundation in his name, to support those who defend and promote democracy worldwide. And we launched this award to honor some of the most courageous individuals in this fight. Men and women who have shown extraordinary bravery in defending freedom where it's most under threat at great personal cost. And thanks to the generous support of the German postcode lottery, this award also carries a €50,000 grant to provide concrete support to the cause of the recipient.
This year, there are 4 exceptional individuals who were nominated by the advisory board of the Axel Springer Freedom Foundation. Each of them has demonstrated really profound strength and integrity under immense pressure. They represent different causes, different countries, but they all share the same unwavering commitment to democratic principles. We have Kosar Eftekhari, human rights activist from Iran. We have Riyam Shaoji, women's rights defender from Sudan. We have Jimmy Lai, imprisoned publisher from Hong Kong. We have Jesus Armas, democracy defender and political prisoner from Venezuela. And we honor all of them today, but it's also a Courage Award that we have to reward only to one recipient, so I'll turn it over to you, Antje, to sort of announce and disclose who it is who will receive this year's award.
Yeah, so our advisory board, which is composed of courageous dissidents from different regions, has chosen to honor one man for his actions, for his moral clarity, and for his enduring commitment in the struggle against one of the most powerful autocratic regimes on this planet. So this year's Award for Courage goes to Jimmy Lai. Jimmy Lai is an entrepreneur, he's a publisher and a steadfast advocate for democracy in Hong Kong. He founded Apple Daily, the last major pro-democracy newspaper in the region, a critical, fiercely independent publication that was read and loved by millions. In December 2020, Jimmy Lai was arrested under the new national security law. Apple Daily was shut down. And now, at the age of 77, he has spent more than 4 years in prison under inhumane and isolated conditions, and his health is deteriorating. With this award, we want to shed light and remind the world of his case. Because for Jimmy Lai and for all political prisoners, global visibility matters. It can be a shield of protection, a lifeline. It shows that the world cares about them, and it sends a message to their tormentors. You will be held accountable. Because Jimmy Lai cannot be with us today, someone very close to him will accept the award on his behalf. His son, Sebastian Lai, has carried his father's message around the world and tirelessly fights for his freedom. Please welcome on stage, Sebastian Lai.
I would like to thank the Axel Springer Foundation for this award, as well as the Copenhagen Democracy Summit for hosting. As you can see, my father is not here. Unfortunately, he can't be here, and in the last 4 years, since his arrest, we have been working to free him. At 77, he is being unjustly detained in Hong Kong. His alleged crime stems from founding the largest newspaper in Hong Kong, and the only newspaper in the region that dared to advocate for freedom and democracy. He'd always say that information is choice and choice is freedom. Having escaped communist China as a young boy, he understood how fear was used to control people. Landing in Hong Kong at 12, he understood the power of truth in liberating one from those fears. Spurred by the Tiananmen Square massacre of 1989, he founded Apple Daily. In the inaugural editorial on the 20th of June 1995, 2 years before the UK handed the city back to China, Apple Daily read, "Are we not afraid of changes after 1997? We are afraid, but we refuse to be intimidated by fear. We refuse to be intimidated by fear." That's the motto my father and his colleagues lived by. And every day, the people of Hong Kong had a voice at the newsstand that did not bow down to the authorities. My father has been called a troublemaker, and indeed, he made good trouble. My father's my hero. I know him as someone who laughs easily, but would also cry on occasions. When asked about prison by one of his friends, a threat that has loomed over his head for the last 30 years, he teared up and said that all his mother wanted for him was to be a good man, that he's sure that she wouldn't mind him going to prison for the right reasons. So when the national security law passed in Hong Kong, weaponizing the legal system to target all those that the authorities didn't like, my father had a simple choice: leave for himself or stay for his principles, in defense of others who shared his beliefs, facing certain arrest. Of course, he was afraid. But the right choice was clear, and as he promised all those years ago, he wasn't going to be intimidated by fear. As he said in an interview with the Financial Times before his arrest, a captain can't jump ship. You may save your life, but you will live in hell. I'm free. Even when I'm facing jail time, I know I'm not guilty. I haven't done anything wrong. There is no weight on my conscience. Since the end of 2020, he's been in a maximum security prison in solitary confinement. His trial is ongoing. His body's frail, but his spirit is strong. In a heated exchange with 3 national security law judges who act in this show trial, my father responded, "In the end of the day, the truth will come out in the kingdom of heaven, and that is good enough for me." Unbent, unbowed by fear, my father is still fighting. Now, all of you here have heard his story and also complicit to this truth. My father wrote his story with sweat on his brow, freedom in his spirit, and courage in his heart. We can add to the annals of democracy by fighting for his freedom. Thank you very much.